In this video, we're just going to look at set difference. Now we can see this up here in the blue box. We've got A slash B is a set of elements that are in A but not in B. And the way we actually pronounce that is A less B. So in other words, in A but not in B. We'll look at two examples of this. We'll look at the one on the right first. So if we look at A less B over here, alright, A less B is going to be the set of elements that are in A but not at all in B. So that'll include A, B, C, and D, but won't include E and F because they're inside the circle B, just there. So we can close that off like that. And if we go the other way, if we go B less A, that's going to be all the elements that are in B, but not in A. So this time, we're going to include G and H, but we're still not going to include E and F because they're in the circle A as well. So just like that. Alright. So let's take a look at another example over here on the left where we've got P is the set ABC, Q is the set CDE, and R is the set ACEF. We've got two questions to go with it. One, we've got to list the elements of P union Q less OR and Q less P intersection OR. What might be easiest to do at this point will be to list P union Q first. So P union Q is going to be everything in P and Q together. So that's going to be A, B, C, D, and E. We don't repeat C even though it's in both P and Q. So that's P union Q. And now what we're looking for is P union Q less OR. So P union Q less OR is everything that is in P union Q that is not in OR. So let's go through these element by element. A is in OR, so that's not going to be in our set. B isn't, so we can have B. C is in OR, D isn't, and E is in OR. So our set, P union Q less OR, is just going to contain the elements B and D, like that. And let's look at part 2. We've got Q less P intersection OR. Well, it might be easiest for us to list the elements of P intersection OR to start with. So P intersection OR are the elements that P and OR have in common. So these elements that are in both of them. So A is in both and C is in both. So P intersection OR is just the elements A and C, like that. Which means that Q less P intersection OR is going to be everything in Q that's not in P intersection OR. So let's go through Q. Q contains the element C, which so does P intersection OR, so that won't go into our set. Q contains the element D. Well, that's not in P intersection OR, so we can list that. So we start with D. And then Q contains the element E, and P intersection OR doesn't, so we can put that in our set as well. And that is how set difference works.